Good evening, I hope everyone's well today, thank you for watching. Before we get into this video and the topic at large, I want to make things very clear. The police isn't here to force opinions, or opinions they deem problematic. That's not the role of the police. The role of the police is to protect property rights and to maintain the peace. That is the primary function of the police. Never let anybody tell you different. It's important because the subject I'm going to go into today is quite distressing to anybody that feels that individual liberty is under attack in this United Kingdom. So without further ado, it's been all over the news. A retired policeman of special confidence who tweeted about the threat of anti-Semitism in Britain was arrested and handcuffed in his home by 6 police officers because of a thought crime. They actually had pepper spray, and there were 6 officers for this thought crime. What did he actually say that was wrong? Well, let's have a look. The comment Mr. Fawkes was investigated for was because of his concerns about the anti-Semitism in the wake of the October the 7th atrocity by Hamas on Israel. The retired officer explained that he'd become worried about the reports of mobs storming an airport in, I can't pronounce that word, Dagestan in Russia to intercept Israeli citizens. According to a post on X, he said that because of the pro-Palestine plasticine marches all over the country, he wrote that we're one step away from storming Heathrow and looking for Jewish arrivals. On reflection, he recognised it would have been better if he made it clear he was challenging the original poster about the escalation of anti-Semitism rather than appearing as it was to be planning action at Heathrow. I don't think he was planning any action at Heathrow by what he said. I think this is a grotesque overreach. They went through his stuff at his home. They had problems with the fact that he had very Brexity information, which they deemed problematic. Books by Douglas Murray, I think it was The Strange Death of Europe, and other bits and pieces that they had issues with. This is disgusting. How is this happening in the United Kingdom? Haven't the police got better things to be doing, like, I don't know, looking for actual crime? If one of these saw a corpse or a cadaver at a crime scene, they'd probably keel over and they'll need psychological evaluation for 2 years and probably retire and sue the government for compensation. That's the calibre of police officer we currently have. Mr. Fawkes was interrogated for hours under the suspicion of malicious communication. Eventually he accepted a warning, as he worried any change or police charge would affect his future visits to Australia where his daughter lives. He told The Telegraph that he felt free speech in the UK was clearly under threat. Nobody is safe and the public needs to see what is happening and be shocked. Well, Mr. Fawkes, I am shocked and this is a disgrace. Then we look at the final bit in piece. Kent Police have since apologised for arresting the retired Special Constable. Mr. Fawkes initially accepted the unconditional caution. A Kent Police statement says the review by the case by the force concluded the caution was not appropriate in the circumstances. Kent Police apologised to Mr. Fawkes for the distress caused and how the report was investigated. They have stated, "We have expunged the caution from the record and are pleased to facilitate this correction. A review will be undertaken to identify learning opportunities." Apparently they went through his wife's shopping list and they found peroxide, gloves and tinfoil. And they thought this was, I don't know, maybe going to develop a IED of some sort, probably. Of course it turns out that Mr. Fawkes' partner or wife was a hairdresser, so no investigation there, police. You're going to have to move on to your next victim or target. The entire problem that we've got here, okay, is the College of Policing, which is a Blue-Right Quango. It was actually set up under the Count Clegg coalition in 2011. It's an arm's length Quango, and essentially it covers the education and policing and has been devolved away from the Home Office. If we have a look here, the College of Policing, the role and powers. Actually, no, my mistake. It was established in 2012, not 2011. It was still the Clegg and Cameron administration, though. It's a professional body for policing in England and Wales, so sorry Scotland, this doesn't concern you. However, with the SNP, I'm sure you've got enough problems up there. Its purpose is to set standards for training, or clearly if these are the standards, they need to be thrown out. Development, leadership and ethics in policing. I've heard enough already. You shouldn't have any control over any of this nonsense. And the police force, or farce, does not control operational policing. Let's see. Powers and responsibilities. Professional standards, code of ethics, oversees training and qualifications, conducts research and knowledge sharing, supports workforce development and leadership. Yeah, all needs to go. Not interested. College of Policing needs to be abolished. It needs to be under the complete and absolute remit of the Home Office. The Home Office is still in charge of funding, governance, strategic direction and legislation. Now the reason why you'll see Keir Starmer on the thumbnail and not Fishy Rishi, this happened under Fishy Rishi, make no mistake, it was under a Tory government that all of this happened. They ran with the Blairite reforms and didn't actually abolish every single last one of them, which is what they should have done. The reason Keir is on the front is because he's the Prime Minister. It has continued under his watch and under Wyvett Cooper's watch as Home Secretary. They could have done something about this. They could have stopped this. They could have put powers in place to abolish the College of Policing and bring it back into the direct remit of the Home Office. They've not done it. Why? Because they are more than happy with the managerial state. They're more than happy for any power or all power affecting this United Kingdom to be out of their hands. Because that way they can point to other people and say it's not my fault, it's their fault. It's their fault, not mine. That's all the managerial state does. It defers away and allows the politicians the opportunity to blame somebody else. It's a disgrace. It needs to stop. That's my opinion. As always, your mileage may vary. If you like this video, let me know. Let me know if you think I should be worried I might get a knock on my door because of the posts on this channel. They may be, I don't know, too Brexity or too critical of the government for Big Brother's liking. Anyway, I'm aware of my rights and I'm aware of how it should work, so they'll get the door slammed in the face. I appreciate your time. Have a good evening and like and subscribe. Have a good day.